All right, welcome back to the virtual Oklahoma Community Prosperity Summit. We've had a great morning thus far, lots of dynamic speakers and some pretty good questions too. Just a reminder, this is being recorded for future use, and questions, we're open to questions at any time. You can put them in the chat feature or you can mention them online. Just unmute yourselves. Until then, feel free to take your video off and mute your phone unless you'd like to discuss something. We're trucking right along with our third bucket of the Rural Prosperity and Ag Task Force recommendations. We're entering workforce development. I know a lot of you, when you were registering, you mentioned that this was something you are very interested in. And so whether we're talking about K through 12 or collegiate workforce development, or folks that are going straight to the workforce after some type of formal or informal schooling, we got lots to discuss in this next 30 minutes. So I'm going to introduce our set of speakers for this particular session. Many of them will come as no surprise to you as experts in the field, and then I'll let them transition from one to another so that I don't waste any time coming in the middle. First, we have Dr. Tom Kuhn with Oklahoma State University, Dr. Wesley Whitaker with Langston University, Miko Tyner with College of the Muskogee Nation, and Truett Eubank also with College of the Muskogee Nation. So Dr. Kuhn, we'll start with you. Floor is yours.
Great. Thank you, Riley. And perhaps one of the best things I could say about the impact that we have in workforce development is to just list the names of the people who are speaking on this program today, beginning with you, Riley, as a graduate of not only of OSU, but of our Ferguson College of Agriculture. And others have mentioned Dr. Denny, Mr. Biggs, Mr. O'Neill, Secretary Arthur, Secretary Copeland. All are graduates of OSU and actually graduates of our college. Of course, we have Congressman Frank Lucas, another graduate of OSU and our college. Even Undersecretary of Food Safety, who's mentioned earlier, Dr. Mindy Brashears earned her doctorate here at OSU, and of course, Governor Stitt's a graduate of OSU as well. So it does reflect sort of our perspective on what our role is as a land-grant institution. If you could advance me to the next slide. So I'm going to speak primarily about what we do in the Division of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. We think of that kind of as the really focal point of our land-grant mission within our division. But I do want to mention that we work with other parts of OSU as well. And so some of these comments really are reflective of all of OSU. So for example, the College of Veterinary Medicine, we provide some support for the college and work very closely with Dean Carlos Risco, who's on this webinar, and his faculty in delivering programs on animal well-being and animal herd management and so on. Also the College of Education and Human Sciences, Dean Stephen Wilson, and a lot of the work that they do in human nutrition, we work in concert with them in both in research and extension. Earlier, Secretary Arthur mentioned Dr. Robinson's work on the Rural Renewal Initiative, and of course, a lot of the people working on that, it is a program, a new program at OSU, and it's actually coming out of the Vice President for Research office. But of course, many of the people working on it are faculty members and students within our Ferguson College of Agriculture. But Dr. Tyson Ochsner, Dr. Shane Robinson are providing leadership for that and involving the Center for Rural Health, for example, from the OSU Center for Health Sciences. So we work in concert with the other colleges as well. But I did want to mention that those particular relationships that we have within the Division of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. Of course, we have really the three legs of the land-grant mission: the academic programs that are the responsibility of the Ferguson College of Agriculture. I serve as the dean. Dr. Cinda Clary is the associate dean, provides day-to-day leadership for that. OSU Extension, Dr. Damona Doy is the associate vice president for Extension, also really based within our division. And then the research arm, the experiment station, we call it OSU Ag Research, really is that as well. So the Go OK State is really a link to all of OSU, the OSU website, and I'll have other websites on subsequent slides that talk a little bit more about that. If we go to the next slide, I'll talk very specifically about workforce development. So we think of that first and foremost in our academic programs. And so within our Ferguson College, we have about 2,800 undergraduate students, about 500 graduate students, representing 45 states, 32 nations, quite a diverse student body, and really a wide variety of opportunities. In a way, we're sort of a university within a university when you look at the breadth from business to biochemistry to agronomy to landscape architecture and so on. But what's common about all of those is that we really have a focus on preparing for careers in agribusiness, in crop production, in horticulture, in finance, and so on. And in fact, finance is one of those that we actually have quite an impact in finance. If you look at the banks or farm credit organizations in the state, including Secretary Copeland, who happens to be president of a bank and a graduate of our Department of Agricultural Economics, we actually prepare quite a few of the people who are in leadership roles in finance in our state institutions supporting agriculture, certainly, but more broadly, business as well. So we really focus on creating opportunities for students to learn what they need to, the content, but also to gain the experience and the life skills that are important, intercultural competency, communication skills, leadership skills, critical thinking, financial responsibility. All of those are really, I think, are hallmarks of what we do to try to prepare people for these careers and do the best we can to help them find career opportunities in Oklahoma. And many of those are in rural communities across Oklahoma. Next slide is about cooperative extension. Is about ag research. And just to say that we, again, the breadth of our college is reflected in everything from very specific aspects of plant genetics. Our wheat improvement team produces wheat varieties that are really well suited to the agronomic systems that we have in Oklahoma, including the emphasis on grazing as one facet of wheat production. And so we have 22 varieties of wheat on the market currently that come from the OSU wheat breeding program, and they represent more than 50% of the wheat that's grown in Oklahoma. So we really look to have an impact on the agricultural production systems in ways like that. A lot of research that we have going on in animal production that includes herd health management as well as nutrition, and on the marketing side as well. And of course, there's been tremendous disruption to livestock marketing here, really over the last year almost, beginning with the fire in Kansas back in August last year. And so Dr. Darrell Peel, Dr. Kelly Raper both provide insights on that and research that helps us understand that better. We do a lot with the diversity of Oklahoma's ecosystems and the grasslands in particular that are so critical to our agricultural as well as our wildlife systems. Of course, forestry is a big part of the state's land-based industries, and within regulatory responsibilities for that, of course, fall within Secretary Arthur's agency, and we try to prepare people for careers in that as well. So quite a variety of things that we're doing research on there. Food safety and food processing, very important. The food and agricultural products here on campus is really unique. It's one of the few like it in the country. It is really outward focused, and so we do have research going on there. If we could go to the next slide on extension, the Food and Ag Product Center really represents that merger of research and extension missions in one entity and in the faculty and staff that we have there. So we do a lot of work with food industries on helping them understand safe food handling practices, how they can be responsive to the regulatory environment that they're in, everything from what needs to be on the label, if you've got a new product that you want to take to market, to helping you with the financial aspect, marketing, the science behind the food processing, all of that. We do a lot of training on food safety, particularly in the commercial enterprises in the state. And we also have a facility, it's a USDA inspected harvest facility for livestock that is used in part in our teaching mission, but also really we do a lot there to help people understand the industry, understand, grading cattle and that kind of thing, and seeing that through to the final consumer-based product. So it really reflects that merger of research and extension. Some of our other extension programs, of course, workforce development begins at birth, right? And so our early childhood programs that we do through our county extension offices with nutrition, for example, our nutrition education programs are geared towards that. 4-H youth development, of course, is the youth development program within OSU Extension that we really try to focus on creating that excitement in young people, building on the excitement that they have to learn and create opportunities for them to explore safely and at the same time learn the life skills that will prepare them for their careers. So that's a really important part for us. And then, of course, we do a lot of direct assistance on the agricultural side with livestock operations. For homeowners, consumers, there's a lot of interest in landscaping and quite an industry in providing services in landscaping. So we do try to address those needs as well, really uniquely positioned. In fact, we recently filled a position in horticulture for a faculty member who's working specifically in local and small agricultural production systems that lead to food to farmers markets and things like that. So there's a lot that we do. We as I mentioned, a lot of the people who are graduates of our agricultural economics department, I just want to point out that that's a department that really has a lot of strength in rural development and in community development. So a number of our faculty have expertise in that. Dr. Amy Hagerman has led a group this year in coming up with a series of reports on how has COVID affected rural communities across Oklahoma? And so those reports will be coming out in the near future. Dr. Brian Whitaker, I believe he's on this webinar as well. Great expertise in rural broadband, and I know he's worked very closely with Dr. Denny and her crew. And we're going to hear more about that, I think, in the speakers following the workforce development. So let me stop there. There's a lot more that I'd love to say, but I also want to make sure that we have time to hear from our colleagues at Langston University and the College of Muskogee Nation. So I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Wesley Whitaker, the Dean of School of Agriculture Sciences at Langston University.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kuhn. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Good.
It is a real joy for me to be with you all today to participate in this extremely important Community Prosperity Summit. I'm someone that actually grew up and worked for many years in rural communities, and so this is my kind of a conference. The tremendous value in the contributions of rural communities and often underserved populations is without question. Rural communities and underserved people make extraordinary contributions to economic development. I want to join with other speakers in commending OPPE and ODAF and others for making this particular summit a reality. I know we've been talking about it for some time. And it has been mentioned also that it is truly amazing the difference that only a few short months has actually made in our lives. This conference probably would normally have been face-to-face where all of us could meet and sort of greet everyone personally. But then came the horrible pandemic that has completely changed our circumstances and changed many of our plans. But such is life. Someone says nature is the master. Very often it dictates much of the things that we do. By training, Dr. Kuhn, you mentioned you're an agricultural economist. By training, I'm an economist and focused in rural and economic development for a number of years, working many years in the Mississippi Delta and in other areas. And hence, the Rural Task Force report, when it was published, it really intrigued me very, very deeply because of the focus that it actually placed on programs and policies to increase the capacity of rural underserved communities, the extent to which it sought to enhance innovation and technology, and to shine a really bright light on workforce development that I'm very, very interested in, to improve the quality of life of people, of rural people, of underserved people, and effectively seeking to improve economic development. I'm particularly delighted that leaders, both at the national level, at the local level, are actually coming together as we are today in this particular summit to address many of the common issues that afflict many of our local communities, and simultaneously are seeking to devise appropriate people-centric policies to help alleviate many of the problems that a vast number of our communities, especially the underserved, are actually facing. Because of the rapid pace of change in many communities, because of technology and population changes, other factors, and then now the pandemic that has disproportionately affected many of the underserved population. Workforce development is one of the core channels, in my view, to which sustainable economic development and growth can be achieved, as well as prosperity for all. It must be a priority for all of us that are here today, workers, employers, community as a whole, educational institutions. There's no doubt that it is all of our responsibility. It really is all of our responsibility to ensure that potential workers in agriculture, in industry, in commerce, and in other disciplines have the right skills, the right training, and the right exposure to adapt to economic and social changes and be able to meet the challenges of an ever evolving economy while finding good paying jobs in all respect. A skilled workforce that is matched to the needs of employers is absolutely necessary for all economies, both rural and urban, to grow and to prosper, and for people to reach their full potential, their full God-given potential. For me personally, who serves in the academic space like Dr. Kuhn, and I've been doing it for a number of years and now serve as the dean here at Langston, spending a lot of time nurturing young minds and working with young children, the future of tomorrow. It really is critical that we're doing all that we can to prepare that next generation of what I call workforce-ready individuals for all our communities and also for the generations to come. The duty to do so lies with all of us as educators, as practitioners, as policymakers, and as communities as a whole. In this regard, we must be building a workforce that is beautifully diverse and that has extraordinary strength. A diverse community, and I think of it personally, it is a community with strength, and we must not fail in our effort to do so. One of the observations that I have made in working with many rural and urban students is that very often they do not get the opportunity to serve internships during their college careers. Hence, after graduation, many of them, they do not have the necessary hands-on experience that some employers require for lucrative employers. They go into an interview And the first question they ask is about the experience that you have. And for that, and potentially all the reasons, if and when they get hired, the attachment to the jobs and what we in economics call the stickiness to the workforce tend to be quite weak. This generally affects many aspects of work, many aspects of productivity, many aspects of economic contributions, and may even have long-term social and economic consequences. And so one of the strategies that we are seeking to reimagine here at Langston University is to build partnerships with employers in many different companies and organizations that may offer experiential learning opportunities or internships to students during the college years, during the end of the freshman year, the sophomore year, the end of the junior year. And while they serve in these internship positions, they are simultaneously mentored by professionals in those companies and organizations. I know that this makes a difference because I've been there. This approach has made a significant difference and actually prepares students for many, many available jobs. It builds mentoring relationship that is also critically important in many companies, and at the same time, help employers to find and retain good workers with skills, with experience, and with the aptitude that they need.
Maybe we figured out our connections.
Yeah.
I mentioned this example. I mentioned this example because it reflects one approach as to what workforce development really is about. And that is investing in work, investing in workers of all kinds, which lead to greater employability and employment opportunity for all. It's important to note that the more people that we have working and contributing tangibly to economic activities, the more robust economic growth and development and prosperity will be. If we have a fraction of the population that is not fully workforce ready, the contribution to economic development will be relatively small. And so at Langston, we are very actively seeking to join in partnership with several companies and organizations in order to provide internships to our students. There are times when we have funding from external sources that may be able to provide and remuneration for the students. And so in many cases, we ask the company not necessarily for payment to the student, because we know how budgets are sometimes. And so if you cannot provide payment to student, we may be able to pay those students from external funds. But all that we need is for them to be provided the opportunity in the company and to provide the mentoring that I know will be lasting. In our programs, we have agribusiness, we have plant science, we have natural resource management, we have animal science, and many of you may know about the extraordinary goat and sheep research program that we have here at Langston. We have family and consumer sciences, and these are all programs for which we are seeking to find internship opportunities for our students. Many of these students, during the summertime, they go and they work, and I call no job a menial, but they go and work in small jobs and in order to provide resources for their families without actually building on their careers. These internships will make an extraordinary difference in their lives. Langston University is definitely, as Dr. Kuhn said, we are one of the 1890 land grant university. We work very closely with Dr. Kuhn at OSU. We do have extraordinary partnerships with OPPE and several other USDA bodies. We work closely with many of our local agencies. We work with community-based organizations quite integrally, both in academic programs and research and extension programs. The Oklahoma Black Historical Research Project is one of the groups that has been consistent in supporting us in a number of things that we have done. And so through our academic and our research and extension and outreach programs, we will continue to work together to solve many of the pressing problems and many of those difficult challenges that our communities and our budding workforce often experience. In so doing, we are going to continue to be advocates for building a sustainable workforce for all of us. We will be fully supportive of those who are traditionally underserved and those who very often, for no reason of their own, have very little sometimes. We are going to do all that we can to support them as much as we possibly can. Let us do all we can, all of us here today, to train and develop that next generation of workforce-ready individuals, of the leaders of tomorrow. These are our children, they are our neighbors, and they are our friends. Again, I thank you very much for this opportunity. It's an extraordinary opportunity for us to come together to share in these very, very important concepts that obviously came out of the Rural Task Force report, which I believe is an extraordinary document, guide for us all to work with as we go forward. Again, thank you so very much. And if there are questions, I'll be very, very happy to respond.
Thanks again, Dr. Whitaker and Dr. Kuhn. We appreciate y'all. We'll take questions at the end after the College of the Muskogee Nation, if that's okay. Before we turn it over to them, I just want to point out something that some of you might not know, and that Dr. Kuhn reminded us again on Monday when we were preparing for this call, but very proud to work with, of course, Oklahoma State University, Langston, and College of the Muskogee Nation, as Oklahoma is the only state with all three types of land-grant universities. In 1862, in 1890, and in 1994. And so we're very proud of that. We're excited to work with all of you on this issue and on others. So with that being said, we'd love to introduce College of the Muskogee Nation.
I greet you with the Gomagadi, a good spiritual greeting to you. We're happy to be a part of this discussion. Thank you, Riley, for inviting us. The College of Muskogee Nation, we're a new tribal college. We were established in 2004. We became a land-grant institution in 2014, and we became initially accredited by HLC in 2016. We have 6 degree programs, and one of them is our natural resources, which is a very new program. It's been on our campus for about a year now. I'm currently serving as a registrar, and right now, since we're such a small tribal college, we don't have like a career development, but we do have different types of internships that we offer our students throughout Great Lakes. We have 8 USDA grants that we have worked on and currently working on. In this past year, we started partnering with OSU and Langston through our Coming Together for Racial Understanding. We all convened up in Minneapolis to learn to go through this program to help educate each other about our different cultures. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Truett here, and he's going to talk a little bit more about our internships and our students and our programs.
Got it. Thank you for letting me be here. We will be completing our first year of our Natural Resource degree program in August. And we've been quite busy trying to serve our students. The one thing that we're trying to do, of course, is to build up our numbers, and we're doing that through outreach. And one of the focuses of the outreach is basically to let our students know what job opportunities or opportunities for further advancement are present. And so in doing so, we've gone through several programs. One, we just completed a agreed internship for employment with a couple of tribal golf courses. for our students that are interested in agronomy and turf grass. We also will then incorporate field trips and internships to some turf farms outside the Porter region. Our big thing is, as you can see in the slide, we have on site a working greenhouse as well as a 5-bed, quarter-acre each bed cultural garden that we use to not only train and teach our students such things as organic fertilization, rotation, companion crop development, but we're also using both the greenhouse and our gardens to provide food for our campus cafes as part of our land grant agreement. We are now employing drone usage. We are going to be working with both Travel Extension Service as well as Leslie Lewis, our county extension agent, to teach both our students as well as our landowners around here the ability to use the drones for field erosion, irrigation practices, as well as fertilization practices. We just recently, prior to COVID, hosted the Region 4 ACES conference. That went very well, where our students put on the rainfall simulator demonstration, as well as allowed students to learn how to program using the drones for pattern and grid distribution. We have students at this moment working at the pollinator farm, the Uchi Butterfly Farm. We are collaborating with our Travel Extension Service on milpa field production with the hope of coming up with some good cover crops that also can provide our local landowners potentially good cover for dove and quail and pheasant. We are then looking at a research collaboration grant with Langston University that we had pretty much come to an agreement, but we haven't heard from since the COVID crisis. And of course, as I talked with Riley earlier, our hope is to get our students into USDA internships, as well as working in our National Resource Conservation Service internships. So our goal is to give Dr. Kuhn, Dr. Whitaker, and others good students for the next degree program of their choice. That's us at the College of Muskogee Nation.
Yeah, at the college, we are on the agriculture part. We're really focusing on the culture, and so we're trying to teach our students about our ancestors and connect them with them. And one of the ways that we do that is through our corn. Today, the Muskogee Nation, we still have our ceremonials that we utilize our corn, our green corn ceremony that occurs now during the summertime. And so this last slide is a picture of our former work study. One of his goals was to learn about corn, and he wanted to make a buskey, which is a traditional sweet drink made from parched corn that's parched in wood ash. We parched it in oak wood ash, and after that, the process is to grind it up and make it into a drink. And so we have some of our children learning that as well. So our students and our children. Thank you for the time that you provide for us, and we're happy to answer any questions as well.
Great, thanks again. We appreciate the heck out of you all joining today. A great presentation on workforce development, hoping that those of you participating in today's discussion were able to learn from all 4 of our presenters. We do have a few minutes for questions for our experts. They certainly know more about the subject than do I, and so feel free to insert a comment in the chat feature or unmute yourself and ask the question at this time. We'll wait a few seconds. All right, with that being said, thanks so much for joining us today. We've posted the links in the chat feature, and we'll be sure to follow up with all of you afterwards with these presentations. Thanks again. We appreciate you all.
Thank you, Riley.